Hi everyone, Ravi this side. Welcome to Engineering Adda. So today in this video we are going to discuss how we can integrate the MongoDB Atlas in our Spring Boot application, and we'll try to perform the CRUD operation there in the Spring Boot application. Okay. So first of all, we'll try to set up our MongoDB Atlas so that we can integrate it in our Spring Boot CRUD application. Okay. So let's get started for that. So here, what we'll do, we'll try to set up the MongoDB Atlas. What is MongoDB Atlas? So MongoDB Atlas is nothing but it is a MongoDB storage which is on the cloud. Okay, as simple as that. So let's get started for that. So let me go to the browser and let me try to search for the MongoDB Atlas. And here we find the result. Go to this MongoDB Atlas database and we need to create our account here. So you can go to the sign in and you can choose any of them. So I'm going to log in with the Google. So just select the Google here and let me provide the email here. So it is EnggAdda for you at the rate gmail.com. Okay, provide the password and I have opened the two-step verification. So it will send one notification to my mobile and then I will approve it from here. So it has sent me one code. Let me try to open my mobile. Yeah, 391343. Just sign in there. Okay, and then you need to accept the policy here. Just accept and click on the submit. Okay, so here you can see registration success and use your account to deploy the cloud database with the MongoDB Atlas and contact support. So yeah, it will load our dashboard here. So just wait for few seconds and then we are good to go. So you can see here it is asking what is your goal today. So let's say I'm going to say learn MongoDB, or you can also select build a new application, migrate an existing application, explore what I can build. So these are the options that it has given us. So first of all, let me try to select the learn MongoDB. What type of application are you building? Uh, let's say microservices or API. What is your preferred language? You can provide Java here and then finish. Okay, it will, yeah, this is what our dashboard is. This is the MongoDB Atlas dashboard. So here you need to select the provider of your cloud. So let me try to select the AWS and you need to select this free one, not this M10 or serverless. So just select the free. Let's say the provider is AWS. You can select the region. Let's say I'm going to select the region as what is there. India is there or not? Yeah, India, Mumbai, we have. And here you can provide the cluster name. Let's say my cluster name is Engineering Adda. Okay. And now you can create your cluster or cloud, you can say. Here it is asking some security related questions. Security quick start. To access the data stored in Atlas, you will need to create the user and set up the network security controls. How would you like to authenticate your connection? Let's say I'm going to use the username and the password. So here you need to provide the username and the password. So you can see the username it has already picked up from our Gmail. And let me try to provide the password as password. Okay, and then create user. So here it is saying password provided is too weak. It is mostly common. So let me try to use like engineering adda for you at the rate 12345. Okay, so we have provided the username and password, and now you can come here, come down, and you can see it is asking for the IP. So you can directly use this option, add my current IP address. Okay, so you can see it has already taken up, so you can remove it from here, and then again you can edit. So you can select this add, and it has added it. Now you can choose this finish and close. Okay, so go to the database and let me save this for now. Okay, so you can see this is the database deployment, and it has created one cluster for us, and this is how our database deployment is looking like. So the cluster name was engineering adda, and here you can see a couple of options like connect, view monitoring, and browse collections. Okay, so I will explain you all those things later on. So this is how you can create your dashboard for the MongoDB Atlas. Okay, now you can go to the browse collection to see what all collection you have. Right now we don't have any collection, but let me try to go there. So you can see we don't have any database and the collection as of now. Now let me try to go to the database again, and you can go and explore all these options. Okay, so just wait for a few seconds. Now you need to go to this connect. If you'll go to this connect, you can see there are a couple of options to connect. Connect with the MongoDB cell, connect your application, connect using MongoDB Compass, connect using VS Code. So here we are going to use this connect your application, okay, to the cluster using MongoDB native drivers. So just click on it, and here you will see this link which is having the MongoDB URL. Okay, so just copy this, and you can open a notepad here, and let me try to paste it here. Here we have the password. We need to replace this password. So let me try to replace this password with our password, which was engineering adda for you at the rate 1234. Uh, okay. So I think we need to replace the at the rate also with some characters. So later on I will try to do that. So just come here and close this. So this is what you need to keep in mind, how you can create your MongoDB dashboard, MongoDB Atlas dashboard. Okay. So when you done with this all things, then in the coming videos or in the coming lectures, we'll try to create one Spring Boot application, and then we'll use this URL which we get from the MongoDB cluster and try to integrate in our Spring Boot application. In the previous video, we have created the MongoDB Atlas dashboard, and there we have created the database deployment. Okay, and what we did, we kept this URL of the database that we have created. Okay, now what we'll do, we'll try to create one Spring Boot application and perform the CRUD operation there. So for that, let me try to open the IntelliJ, and then wait for a few seconds. It will take few seconds to open up, and then we'll create one simple Spring Boot application here. So just wait for that. So go to File and go to New Project. And here let me try to name this project as a Spring Boot MongoDB Atlas. Okay, choose this as a Maven and then go to the next. Let me try to include couple of starter dependency here. So we are going to use the Lombok and we are going to use the Spring Web, and for the database we are going to use the MongoDB. So here you can select this Spring Data MongoDB. Okay, that's it. Create this application, open in a new tab and just wait for a few seconds to make it download all the dependency. Okay, so here you can see it is resolved dependency. So it will take few seconds to resolve it. So you have to wait it. Once it is resolved, we'll try to create our CRUD operations here. Okay, I think it is resolved. Now let me go to the source main Java, and here let me try to create couple of packages. So let's say we are going to create the entity here. Similarly, we need to create repo, service, and controller. Let me try to create the controller again. We missed it. So we have created these four packages here: entity, repo, service, and controller. In entity, let me try to create the product. So we are going to create the CRUD operation on the product entity. So let me try to create it, add this, and here let me try to create couple of attributes. Let's say ID, name, let's say price and the quantity, something like that. Okay, let me use as an integer here. So we have created these four attributes here, and ID will be our ID. So let me try to use the Lombok and create all argument constructor, no argument constructor, and for getter and setter and toString we are using data, and here we are using the MongoDB, so we need to create the document. If you don't know why we are creating it, you can watch my previous videos. There I have explained those things. So let me try to create the collection here, and let's say the collection name is product. Okay, product, something like that you can choose. So we are good now, and ID should be our ID. So let me try to annotate ID with @ID, which is coming from the Spring Boot data annotation. So we are good with the development of the entity class. Now let me go to the repository and create the product repo here. So which is interface, and let's say its name is product repo. Create it and extend this with the MongoDB repository. Mongo repository, something like that. Yeah. And here you need to pass these two arguments. One will be the entity and another will be the ID type of the entity. So entity name is product and the ID type of the entity is integer. Let me try to go there and show you. So coming to the product, you can see this is our ID and it is of integer type. So that is what we are passing here. Let me try to import the product in this interface. So we are good now. Coming to the service, let me try to create the service here. So first of all, let me try to create the service as an interface. Okay, so and then we'll try to create the implementation of it. So product service and add this. Let me try to create couple of methods here. So first of all, let me try to create the get all method. Okay, so which will be returning the list of product and it should be get product, something like that. Let me import list and the product here. Okay, and the second method would be which will try to insert the product in our database. So and its return type should be product. Okay, product, add product, something like that, and we are passing the product as an argument. Similarly, you can create the update and delete. Okay, so let's say product, something like remove or delete, you can say delete product, and similarly we should be having the update. Okay, here in delete, let me try to pass the ID. So this product ID would be deleted. Similarly for the update also we are passing the ID. And yeah, we need to pass the value also which we are going to update. So for that, let me try to pass the product reference also. So with this product reference, we are going to update the value of the earlier product which we are finding by this ID. Okay, I will try to explain you when we are going to implement it. So let me try to create the implementation class here. So first of all, let me try to create the package IMPL, and here let me try to create the product service IMPL class. Okay, we are good. Let me try to implement product service, import this, and we need to override all the methods inside the product service interface. So we are good. Let me try to do the implementation here. So first of all, let me try to auto-var the product repository. So let me try to create private product repo, product repo. Okay, with this help of this, so we need to this sub product service implementation class should be annotated with @service annotation so that we can create the bean of it and assign this bean to the application context so that we can use it. Okay, so this is what we are using as a @service annotation. Now we have auto-add the product repository here so that we can use the Mongo provided methods or Mongo repository provided methods. Okay, so let me try to use this product repo and let me try to call couple of methods which are provided by the MongoDB repository. So you can see we have the method find all, and this will try to find all the products from the database and then simply return. Okay, so we are good now. Coming to the add product, we have the same method. So with the help of product repo, we'll try to call the same method and we'll pass this product as a reference. And then we are simply returning it. So it is not save all, it is save. So we are good now. Now coming to the delete, we have the delete method as well. So there is a method delete by ID and you need to pass the ID. So it will find out this ID and delete it from the database. Okay, something like delete will be there. Delete by ID you can see, right? Okay, so what we'll do, let me try to find out the product first from the DB and then we'll delete it. So let me try to create one product here. Find by ID dot get. Okay, and now we have this product. So we'll try to delete this product from the DB. So for that, we have the product repo dot delete, and you can pass this product. And later on, we can return this product or not. Yeah, we can return it as well. So this is what we are doing. Okay. So now let me try to come to the update. And with the help of product repo, we have find by ID. So we'll use this method. And what we'll do, we'll try to find the product from the database, and then based upon the request body that we are passing from the postman or from the client, we'll try to update it. Okay, so first of all, let me try to find it out from the database and keep it somewhere in some variable. So let's say product. Okay, something like that. So what we did, we find out the particular product from the DB and keep it in the product variable reference. Now what we'll do, we'll try to change the details of the product variables. From where? From this request that we are passing. Okay, so let me try to do. Let's say we are changing only two things, name and the quantity. So get name, sorry, product dot set name, and the name we are getting from the reference that we are passing. Similarly, product variable dot set price and getting the price from the reference. Similarly for the, let me try to remove this, product variable dot set quantity, and we are getting the quantity from the reference. Now what we'll do, we'll try to save these things to the database again. Okay, so for that we have the product repo dot save product variable and then simply return the product variable. So we are good now. So what we did, we created all four CRUD operations: create, read, update, and delete. Okay, now we'll try to create the controller here. So go to the controller, create one class called product controller and add this. Let me try to annotate this class with at the rate REST controller and request mapping as well. And let me try to pass some class level mapping. Let's say API products. Let me try to import this. So we are good. Now let me try to create the APIs for all the methods that we have implemented there in our product service IMPL. So first was find all. So let me try to provide the mapping as well. And the method would be public and the return type should be list of products. And let me try to import the list as well. And let's say the name is get products. Here what we'll do, we'll try to auto wire the product service so that we can call all the method inside it. Okay, so come to the controller. Let me try to auto wire this private product service. Let me try to import it and copy this. Come here to the get mapping and then get products, which is coming from the product service. and then simply return it. Similarly, what you can do, you can create all the mappings. So let's say the second mapping is post mapping, and here we are passing the uh, mapping as a insert. Okay, let me try to create the method for it. Public return type should be product. Let's say the method name is insert, and we are passing the product reference as a request body. Okay, and then we are simply using the product service and calling the method that we have created for the insert, which is insert, I think, or add product. Yeah, and we'll pass the product reference here and return it. We are good. Similarly, we need to create the mapping for the put and delete. So for put, let me try to use it like update. Mapping is update, and we need to create the method for it, and it return type was product. Okay, update if something like that. We are passing the product reference as a request body, and what we'll do, we'll try to pass the ID as a path variable. So let me try to use this as a ID, and we'll pass the ID as a path variable. Okay, so it is int ID. So we are good. Now let me try to use the product service to call the method. So the method was update product. We are passing the ID. Let me try to rearrange the arguments. Okay, here we pass the ID and then we pass the reference and then simply return it. Similarly for delete, let me try to create the delete mapping. Let's say the passing API is delete and we are passing the ID as a path variable. Okay, and we're passing ID as a path variable. Now let me try to use the product service to call the delete product method, and we'll pass the ID and simply return it. So we are good. So what we did, we have created the product entity. We passed couple of attributes here. Okay, we have created the document. Then we created this product repository interface, extended with the Mongo repository, created the product service, created the product service IMPL and did the implementation. And then finally we created the product controller for the API, and we are good now. Now we need to do the configuration so that we can connect to our MongoDB Atlas. So let me go to this notepad, and here you can see this is the URI that I have generated from the MongoDB Atlas. Okay, and here you can see, if you don't know how you can generate it, then you can watch the earlier video, and here you can go to the connect and you can choose this connect your application, and here you can find it out. Copy this and then come to this, and you need to paste it here, and at the place of password you need to replace this with your password. Okay, with your actual password that you have provided there. So that is what I did. In the first line I have provided the password. Okay, and we need to replace this at the rate with the character which is ampersand 40. Okay, now we are good. So we need to copy this, and let me go to the IntelliJ. Let me try to create one application YML file here. You can use the application properties as well. Okay, and we need to do the configuration. So the key for connection to the MongoDB Atlas is Spring Data MongoDB URI. Okay, so Spring dot data dot MongoDB dot URI. Okay, and you need to provide the URI here. And if you want to create one database, then you can use the database and provide the database name here. So let's say our application name is product. So I'm going to provide the database name as a product DB, something like that. Okay, so we are good now. Now let me try to run this application and then see how it is behaving. So just wait for a few seconds. We are running it for the first time, so that is why it will load all the indexes and everything and connect to the DB and then make our application up. So you can see it is successfully connected to the MongoDB and our application is up on the port number 8080. Now let me open the Postman here and let me try to insert couple of product in our DB. So yeah, let it open. First of all, let me try to hit this post one only. Yeah, let me try to hit the post and insert couple of products. So what is the class label mapping? It is API products, and for post we have insert. So come here, API products, and then insert and come to the body, and here we need to provide the body of the product. So what we have in product entity, we have the ID, name, price, and the quantity. So let's say the ID is one, name is one, ABC, something like that, or mobile you can choose, and the price is, let's say 10,000 point double zero, and then we need to provide the quantity. Okay, and let's say the quantity is one. Now just hit enter, and we are getting some internal server error, right? So let me try to cross check it. So it is saying command failed with the error 8000 Atlas error, bad authentication, authentication failed, something like that. Okay, no problem. We'll try to figure it out. Let me go to the browser and close this. Go to the browse collection, and we don't have anything. Come here to the database, and let me try to come here and see why we are getting this error. Some driver issue or what? Okay, no problem. We'll try to rerun and then try again and then see. If it is not working, we'll fix it. So we are able to hit the endpoint, that is working good. So there is some issue in our connection, I would say. So come here to the postman and ID, name, price, and the quantity. Let me try to match it to the product entity, ID, name, price, and the quantity. Okay, we are good. We'll send it and we'll get the internal server error. Okay, so just wait for a few seconds. I will try to fix it up and then show you why we are getting this error. So I was making some mistake. My password is EnggAdda for you at the rate 12345, but I was using as a 1234 only. So that is why it was giving us the error as a bad authentication error. Now I made it to 12345 and we are good now. So I'm able to connect and as well as I am able to insert one record also. So let me try to go to the postman and you can see I'm able to insert this mobile. So let me try to, and our application is up. Let me try to stop it and rerun it and then insert couple of more records. So yeah, let me try to rerun it. So because of the password mismatch, it was giving us the error. Now come here to the postman and let me try to insert the other record. Let's say ID is 2 and let's say the product name is laptop and the price is 70,000 and the quantity is 1 and then send it. And you can see you have inserted the second product as well. So we have two product in our DB. Now let me go to the browser and then this is the database deployment or the MongoDB atlas that we have created. Now you can go to the browse collection and here you will try to find out the DB and the record that we have inserted. So you can see this is the DB name that we have provided. So let me go to the IntelliJ and coming here to the application YML configuration, you can see the database name that we have provided is product DB. That is what created here. In the browse collection, you will find under collection, you can see this on the left side, this product DB is created. And inside the product DB, we have one document which we have configured here in our entity. Okay, you can see. So it is working fine. If you go inside this, you will find two products. One is mobile and second is laptop. Okay, so it is working fine. Now coming to the postman, let me try to hit other APIs as well. So what all other API we have? So go to the IntelliJ, go to the product controller, and we have all, which is returning all the products from the database. So let me try to hit it. So it is all, and the method type is get, and just hit it. You can see we are able to fetch out these two products which is in our database. Okay, now let me try to update one of the product. So for that we are going to use the put method, and what is the URL corresponding to the update? It is update and we are passing the ID as a path variable. So let's say update and we are going to update the first product. So the ID will be 1 and let's say we are going to update the price. Okay, so earlier the price was 10,000. Now let me try to update the price as 20,000 and then send it. So you can see the price for the mobile is updated to 20,000. Now let me go to the browser MongoDB Atlas and here you can see right now we have the 10,000 as a mobile price, but when we'll refresh it we'll get the 20,000 because we have updated it. So just wait for a few seconds. Okay, so it is loading all those things. I would have run the query and then show you those things. So no problem. Yeah, it is loading the document. You can see now the product mobile and its price has updated to 20,000 now. So we are good now with the create, read and update. Now let me try to delete the second product. So what is the mapping for that? Let me come to the IntelliJ, and for delete we have delete and we are passing the ID as a path variable. So let me try to change the URL as a delete, and we are going to delete the second product, and the method would be delete. Okay, and then send it. So you can see this is deleted. If we'll go to the browser and let me try to refresh this, and then you can see the second product would be deleted from the DB. So just wait for a few seconds, it will try to reload it. You can see we don't have any second product. So our all the APIs are working fine. You can see how we have created the MongoDB Atlas, and how we have created the Spring Boot application, and how we have integrated both of them and created the CRUD operations there, and everything is working fine. So if you like the video, please hit the like button and please subscribe the channel for more such content. Thanks.